What's up? Welcome back to Google Measurements Skill Shop course. What did we learn about yesterday? Well, we would have finished the activity on YouTube measurements, really about their awareness and consideration campaign measurements and measurement tools. What else? We would have started activity on attribution, incrementality, and MMMs or triple M's. Attribution is basically assigning value to different touch points in the consumer journey or funnel, assigning different values based on how impactful they were in the final conversion. There's basically two attribution models that Google offers. DDA, which is something direct, something attribution, direct, something attribution. DDA is basically, it's a ML, machine learning or AI model that can assign each touch point different values based on how influential they were for the final conversion. Very, very sophisticated compared to the old school, another method you could use, which is 100% attribution, which is the last touch point gets 100% of the attribution for the conversion. Incrementality, also attribution, better attribution can lead to better bidding, so better results. Incrementality is basically a scientific approach to testing how different parts of a funnel or campaign change consumer behavior or influence consumer behavior or perception. So say we're going to run this ad. Okay, let's see incrementality. So Google will run a test where it shows one group this ad and the other group doesn't see this ad, and then they'll run like surveys and tests to see, okay, comparing the two groups, the group that saw the ad and the group that didn't see the ad. What are their thoughts about the business? How likely do they say they are to purchase the product or work with the business? How many people actually convert in each of the groups, okay? And then MMMs, this is marketing mix models. These are models that basically take all the different marketing channels of a company and compare them apples to apples with how much ROI they're bringing to the business. This is much more sophisticated than most people have the skills or time for. Even agencies, Google is recommending to possibly work with third-party agencies that do that can do these MMMs. They recommend to have a data scientist in-house. I think eventually I can learn how to do it. Not a huge deal. I mean, I'm in computer science. I'm an AI major. I definitely plan to take statistics and become much more apt in data science. Data science is actually one of my favorite subjects. So yeah, I think that's basically everything from yesterday. Okay, DDA, I didn't write down what it was, or what it stood for actually. All right, here we go, Google Skill Shop. So what we're gonna do next is jump back in to Google Skill Shop, and then I'll be back to recall what I've learned today at the end, so be back in a bit. All right. So we've learned a lot about incrementality today. So what is incrementality? How does it differ from A/B testing? So I kind of had the wrong idea about what incrementality was. It was on the right track, but it was kind of confusing A/B testing. Incrementality, the real difference between incrementality and A/B testing is incrementality is, first of all, measuring campaigns and ads themselves, whereas A/B testing is within a campaign or ad. So the headlines, the creative, etc., the targeting. Incrementality also has a holdback group, meaning it's going to show one group the ad and not another group, whereas A/B testing will show both groups' ads, just different versions. Further, incrementality is about assigning causal relationships, saying this ad led to a conversion, whereas A/B testing is about optimization. So that's the big difference. Further, more about incrementality, what else can we say? That we learned some more stuff. 3 Google tools, measurement tools that are incrementality tools: brand lift, search lift, and conversion lift. Okay, incrementality. There was some stuff about when you should be ready for incrementality. I'm not going to look yet. And then we finished the section on, we're still in the same activity, but it was basically attribution incrementality, knowledge check question, and then we continued down and we're in the MMMs, marketing mix models. So I have an action item to do for MMMs. There's apparently open source MMM known as Meridian. So my actionable item is going to be to check out Meridian at some point in the future. All right. The one thing I forgot. Incrementality is really about answering the key question: would consumers have purchased anyway? Did the ad actually lead to the conversion, or were these people going to buy anyway? That's a pretty important question. That's the question that incrementality is sets out to answer. So that's it for today. Talk to you guys later. See ya.